Hallo meine lieben Frische und willkommen zurück zu Genshin Impact. Falls ihr euch fragt, warum ist die alte noch immer so angezogen wie die letzten Videos? Ich nehme das noch immer auf am gleichen Tag und abends. Wir machen heute die Neuvillette Legendenquest. Die dauert ungefähr 1,5 Stunden, soweit ich das richtig recherchiert habe. Worum es geht? Kein Plan. Laut Stratex sollte sie mir eigentlich ziemlich gut gefallen. Stratex sagt, es sollte ziemlich nah an meinem Typ von Spiel sein, also wie ich meine Spiele gerne habe. Deswegen würde ich einfach mal sagen, wir fangen an. Wir gehen in den Palais Mermunia und schauen mal, was uns erwartet. Die Lags habe ich übrigens nicht gefixt bekommen, wie ihr seht. Es ist okay, es ist nicht zu laggy, aber es könnte natürlich auch besser sein. Ich habe hier meine Flasche Wasser und ich freue mich aufzunehmen, weil ich freue mich auf die Quest. Deswegen rattern wir jetzt einfach mal hier rein und nerven Sir Pudel Neuvillette. Er ist für mich noch immer kennen wie ein Pudel, also ich werde das auch beibehalten.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neuvillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Ugh, Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Ich kann ein paar hervorragende Detektive vorstellen.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Okay.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Okay. Und was ist das Problem? Also ja, ein Druck
I
ist
have
okay,
no
aber...
idea why you're so hung up over this.
I
I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
come back later and deliver the note to her.
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Kannst du uns mehr darüber erzählen?
Come on, stop being so secretive! We still have no idea what's going on!
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms.
Warte
There
mal,
were few
400 was?
people I could trust, but I had two
Entschuldige, habe ich gerade
subordinates who were
falsch gelesen?
exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you!
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them.
Mein Ohrring juckt mich, das nervt mich gerade.
The
Wie war das
reforms
dann?
damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Der Peter scheint zu wissen, wie er Melusine gegen dich einsetzen kann.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines and Whatever they
Ich kann
do can
Melusine
be
halt
traced
nicht
back
leiden.
to
Ich weiß
me.
nicht, wie ich die Quest hier... Ich weiß
Some
nicht, ob
of
ich die mal
them, especially those who hold a grudge against me,
mögen.
exploit that belief and stir up conflict
If I
over
would like it,
Melusines in an attempt to lay the
ich es
blame on
mögen
me.
werde.
I
Ja,
have
mögen werden.
nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the
Verstehe ich auch nicht.
guards, the Marechaussee Phantom,
Ja.
and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider?
Ja, hab ich mich auch
Aren't you the
gefragt.
Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
Zu ernst? Zu Workaholic?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself.
Ja, ist auch
You
wahr.
know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
Ja, du bist der Hydrodrache.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others.
Ergibt
I
schon
have
Sinn.
lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Wenn du es so ausdrückst.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation?
Ja, wir sind ja genauso Außenseiter
Let's
wie er.
team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
Ja, komm, kämpfen,
That
let's
does
go.
not sound like a
Das
bad
ist schon
idea.
gut mit den Lags.
I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done.
Neuvillette zwar auch eigentlich Neuvillette schreibt die Notiz an Furina und legt sie auf den Schreibtisch.
Let
Hat
us
auch
go.
ein cooles Design
We should
irgendwie.
visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
Ich finde den Verlauf der Blautöne finde ich echt schön. Ist mir zu ernst.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true?
Ich glaube nicht.
Paimon feels like he has a kind of skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
Ja, komm, wir kümmern uns mal um den kleinen Hydrodrachen. Die Spuren der Vergangenheit bleiben. Okay.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right?
Müssen wir rein? Ja, ich glaube schon.
But since you're
Aber
the
ein Fisch außerhalb des
Hyper-Dragon,
Wassers ist
would
eine
a
sehr, sehr
dragon
gute
out of water
Metapher.
suit you better?
Thank you for your
Es wird
suggestion.
flüssig. Ey, es
I
wird
will consider
flüssig.
using the more accurate term in private.
Oh, sorry. Ich wollte dich nicht unterbrechen. Sir Neuvillette. Ach, Leute. Diese Ladebildschirme
Please
werden
allow me
immer
to
schöner.
rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Okay, dann doch aus dem Wasser.
That sounds kind of weird.
Ja,
Let's
er
stick with
slacks
the
wieder.
previous version instead.
Na, wir müssen es halt ein bisschen aushalten, I guess. Seht euch mal die Grafik der Flügel an. Die ist so schlecht im Gegensatz zu sonst. Ja, jetzt haben die geladen. Ich finde es ein bisschen krass. Tatsächlich. Es nervt mich wirklich extrem. Und ich weiß nicht, wie ich das fixen soll, weil mein PC ist auf sehr low eingestellt. Genshin ist auf low eingestellt. Die Aufnahme ist auf low eingestellt und trotzdem lag's wie Sau. Ich weiß nicht, was da los ist. Es geht noch jetzt, so wenn wir fliegen, es lag mal ein Frame oder so, aber wenn ich kämpfe, ne, das ist das Grauen. Seht euch das an, das ist so ein Frame per Sekunde und ihr seht ja auch, mein Ping ist sehr, sehr gut, deswegen ich bin so durcheinander. Solange das funktioniert mit den Dialogen, ist okay.
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are?
Ist das nicht die eine, die auf dem
Oh,
Was
I
steht?
remember. You're the traveler in Paimon. I've heard about
Hi.
you. Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you.
Paimon, du bist genauso süß wie sie eigentlich,
Thanks
ne?
for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter. Oh, right. I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my
Irgendwie
door as I
lag
was
das voll
heading
mit
out
dem
this morning.
automatisch.
It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger.
Okay.
But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Jemand, der dich verfolgt?
Did you think of something?
Ich glaube nicht.
Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Mhm. Ach, ich lese ja. Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Wow, okay.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Ja, das ist definitiv ein Drohbrief.
A simple threat.
Charlotte.
Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's
Mit Kamera
intentions.
assoziiere ich sofort Charlotte. Verbiegt die Person absichtlich ihre Identität.
We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mammonia to review some official documents.
Okay.
Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Ja, ein bisschen mit einem Drachen und einem, der, mit einem weiblichen
I still
Typ,
have a case to work on.
die,
I promised Alof that
Götter
I'd check on her place later.
bumst.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
Die Pferd hat
And
schöne
that's
Augen.
where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it. Thank you, traveler. Big sis Paimon.
Große Schwester Paimon.
Don't worry, your big sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please
Diese
take care
Hunde,
of
Alter.
Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away.
Nein, ich wollte jetzt eigentlich auf den Gerichtshof stellen und runterjieten. Einfach so Dropkick, weißt du nicht
Kiara,
jetzt?
how old are you?
Oh nein.
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I
1, 2,
can't
10?
remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette.
Mhm.
That must have been a long time ago. Carol?
Ja.
Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
Ja, verstehe ich auch nicht.
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than
Okay.
me, so you're a big sis.
Ergibt Sinn.
Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Ich höre Gerede. Und da ist Livre. Ich hab keinen Plan. Ich bin lost. Sehr lost bin ich.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us. Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two?
Guten Tag, ich bin the Traveler.
They're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
Wir beschützen Chiara.
Did you run into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around. May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
Du. Das nennt sie untersuchen. Haben Sie ein Problem?
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection.
Bitte was?
Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't.
Okay.
Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All
guess.
right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Ich denke
Of
schon.
course!
Ja, war klar.
Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they
Okay.
get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at?
Da drüben scheint jemand zu sein,
Is there
anscheinend.
really someone watching us?
Florent.
Let's sneak over and take a look.
Bis gleich. Irgendwo hier hat sie gesagt, ne? Hallo? Ist da jemand? Jetzt sind wir schon wieder aus dem Kreis raus, okay. Hier stehen halt überall Menschen. Charlotte! Charlotte! Ich hatte recht, Charlotte! Oh mein Gott! Also das war nur ein Guess. Ich habe nur eine Kamera gesehen.
Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha!
Dieses Gesicht.
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Schlafen.
Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
Was machst du hier überhaupt?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
Warum fragst du uns nicht einfach?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an
Ich
exclusive,
will
don't
sie
you
so
think?
gerne, ne? Ich hoffe, sie
Of
kommt auf den
course, I'll
nächsten
make
Banner.
sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Es wäre besser, es fest geheim zu halten.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. What a shame. Chances like this don't come by
Sie
very
ist
often, you
wirklich
know.
eine Reporterin
In
mit Herz und Seele.
exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
Charlotte.
All right then.
Erzählt Charlotte von dem Brief, den Chiara erhalten hatte.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Ja, für dich.
Not
Also
so
so.
loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
Okay, ich hoffe.
But
gibt
I
Streit.
gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Ja, das kann passieren. Ja, Reporter und so.
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, alright?
Machen die?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Ich finde es irgendwie komisch, dass mal ein Charakter so einen normalen menschlichen Namen hat. Chiara ist so ein Florent.
What do you think?
Ist ja
The
wirklich
design looks pretty
lol.
good, huh?
Hi.
I think it's great.
Okay, tut mir leid.
Huh. It's very pretty
Ich
indeed.
mag diese Frau einfach. Ich mag sie.
What are you doing here?
Seht euch sie an, sie ist jetzt
Seems like you
wunderschön.
just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you.
Yep.
Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some
Das ist schon mal
time
die
at the
Maus hier
moment
raus.
and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
Ah, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me.
You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find
Ja, aber
Neuvillette.
Clara können wir vertrauen. Ich vertraue den Menschen, die uns wehtun am meisten irgendwie. Oh, ist groß. Warte mal, Raiden? Ah, sie ist aber kleiner als Raiden, okay. Kehren zum Problem machen Maronia zurück. Da können wir uns hin teleportieren, das ist gar kein Problem. Gar kein Problemchen, das geht schnell und dann sind wir da. Dann reden wir mal mit unserem schönen Drachen jetzt. Ich bin so gespannt, ne? Ich will wieder in einem Gerichtshof sitzen und diskutieren. Das hat mir so Spaß gemacht in den ersten zwei ersten Akten. Das war wirklich cool. Hallo Pudelchen, wie geht's dir?
Oh, you're back.
Yup.
Is everything all right?
Jo, alles gut.
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It
Ah,
looks
siehst
like
du.
Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade.
Okay.
I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry, I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents.
Das glaubst
After
du.
all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have
Aber
nothing
ich habe
else to do.
ich hab 2 Charakter gegessen. Ich habe als Witz Clara
Thank you.
gesagt, ich habe als,
I will
als
continue
Witz
looking through the
Schade
ones
gesagt, dass ich
piled
eine
up on
Kamera
the
gesehen
desk,
habe. Und ich habe
but feel
einfach
free
recht.
to browse through anything else in
Was
this
soll er?
room.
Oh, wir sind schon fast fertig mit der ersten Folge. Okay. Okay, wir sind das Dokument an. Wo? So, über die Bestechung. Müssen wir das jetzt lesen? Es gibt einen schweren Bestechungsskandal innerhalb der Gendarmerie. Die Patrouille für Sicherheit und Überwachung hat den Fall untersucht. Alle beteiligten Verdächtigen wurden festgenommen. Die Verdächtigen haben ihre Verbrechen gestanden. Über Risley. Der Angeklagte Risley hat sich zu all seinen Verbrechen bekannt und wurde von Herrn Neuvillette für schuldig befunden. Risley wird nach Meropid verbannt, wo er seine Strafe mit Schweiß und Blut verbüßen wird. Während der Verhandlung schwieg Herr Neuvillette über einen längeren Zeitraum. Über den Antrag des repräsentativen Gremiums. Der repräsentative Gremium hat einen Antrag auf Zusammenarbeit mit dem Marechaussee-Phantom bei bestimmten gesellschaftlichen Aktionen gestellt. Auf der Grundlage von Untersuchungen sind wir der Meinung, dass Melusine die Popularität dieser Veranstaltungen steigern kann. Das Marechaussee-Phantom hat sich noch nicht dazu geäußert, aber sie hat den Melusinen auch nicht verboten, an solchen Aktionen teilzunehmen. Über den Schmuggelfall? Die Gendarmerie und das Marechaussee-Phantom haben zusammen einen Schmuggelfall aufgeklärt. Die Hauptschuldigen wurden nach der Schwere ihrer Verbrechen verurteilt. Die Namenssätze befinden sich in der Anlage. Okay, dann muss noch irgendwo... Hier. Über die Spina di Rosula. Interessant. Callas, der Präsident von Spina di Rosula... Der Präsident der Spina di Rosula wurde im Duell besiegt und starb an den Folgen schwerer Verletzungen. Der Kampf um die Wiederherstellung der Ehre ist endlich zu Ende. Der Angeklagte Callas hat zu keinem Zeitpunkt der Verhandlung Einspruch erhoben. Herr Neuvillette hat sich ein Urteil zu diesem Fall enthalten. Die Einzelheiten werden noch untersucht. Nein, wir haben die mittlerweile gelöst, Pete. Okay, es tut mir leid.
Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there are so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you
400 Jahre, come
handled?
on.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine.
Ja, ist auch wahr.
There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Ich will nicht sagen, aber Paimon ist so ein faules, fliegendes Ding. Paimon sitzt nicht mal. Brauchst du einen Hustenbonbon? Brauch einen Hustenbonbon? Nein? Okay.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Memonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do.
Süß. Ein unsozialer Pudel.
Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Eine Fanta, bitte.
Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
Keine
He
Ahnung.
seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc.
Ja, genau, deswegen wirkt er nicht so auf mich. Die Welt verlässt kurz den Raum und kehrt mit ein paar exquisiten Weingläsern zurück.
What's inside these glasses?
Urwasser.
It looks just like
Durch,
water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice
Ich dachte
and
mir schon,
all,
er ist
Paimon
bestimmt
thought you'd
komplett
prefer
simpel.
something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Von wo kommt's denn?
I believe you've already tried Fanta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water.
Okay.
Said water is sourced from all across Teyvat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake,
Oh, ich kenne
Liyue's
diesen
Jinsa
Ort ja.
Village,
Oh mein Gott.
and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
Ich wollte gerade drücken, sie sind alle nur Wasser, aber es gibt einen großen Unterschied zwischen Wasser. Deswegen sage ich aber, was ist denn da der Unterschied? Erklär uns bitte, Neuvillette, warum ist Wasser nicht gleich Wasser?
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Jinsa Village have a poignant
Ja.
touch, while one might call the waters
Jedes
of
Wasser
Konda
ist verdammt
Village
anders.
placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Paimon tot.
What do you think?
Okay, sorry.
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all.
Paimon, du wirst mir unsympathisch.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Finde ich auch.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway?
Weil er sich damit beschäftigt.
Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Das kann sein. Nein, es ist nicht so.
We are allowed to bring that up, right?
Wasser ist nicht gleich Wasser, so wie Cola nicht gleich Cola ist.
Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Ja, verstehe ich auch nicht. Gerechtigkeit?
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Okay.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in
Natürlich.
fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In
Oh.
essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me.
Keine Ahnung.
I
Frag
lost
mich
many
nicht.
memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Jemand in der Lage, diese Frage zu beantworten?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an
Oh, ist aber
unpredictable
voll
risk.
cool.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
Natlan.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Verstehe?
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
Lucinbrunnen.
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look!
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Okay. Gut, dann würde ich mal sagen, an dieser Stelle beenden wir die Folge und dann geht es in der nächsten Folge weiter, weil es geht schneller als gedacht. Wir sind jetzt schon bei 32 Minuten Aufnahme. Ich habe gerade nachgeschaut. Wir sind bei genau einer halben Stunde. Das bedeutet, ich beende die Folge hier und dann geht's nächste Folge weiter. Dann vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüssikowski.